Hey, Kyle here from Ecology. In this video, I want to talk about social ecology and how to build a better community and a deep sense of belonging where you really feel you're surrounded by kindred spirits. So people that really get you and you can really connect with on a deep, vulnerable, personal level. So what I mean by social ecology is this connection you have to the people around you. So ecology is often thought of as our relationship to the more than human world, right? The soil, the air, the water, the sunlight, the things that give us life, the four elements. And also our relationship to this ecosystem we live in and the more than human world of animals and plants and trees and all this stuff around us. So that is really important for ecology. And ecology comes from a Greek root ecos, which means our home. Now, beyond just our basic physical needs for shelter, for food, for clean air, the next most important thing is social connection to other people and a sense of community and a sense of belonging. And the number one physical condition that affects people's health today, the negative physical condition, is considered obesity. So there's huge impacts of obesity in terms of long-term health. But it's been found that chronic loneliness is worse for your health than obesity, okay? So if you don't feel this sense of kindred spirit and connection with the people around you because they don't get you, they're not in a similar wavelength, they're not really interested in similar things you're into, you're highly creative, whereas people just don't understand, you're zany, whatever it is, right? This can lead to a sense of not being connected, not having a sense of belonging. And really when we're part of communities where we're really understood by those people, we're able to be vulnerable to those people and really open up with those people, we get this sense of belonging, this shared reciprocity that is so crucial to human thriving, okay? There's this great book called Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind by the Israeli author Yuval Harari. And he talks about the last 200 years and the history of the modern world and how almost all the gains in terms of material standard of living, which have been immense in the last 200 years, they've been offset by these losses in social community, a sense of belonging, a sense of collective social identity, right? A modern nation state does not provide people this sense of belonging, right? You know, there's a bit of patriotism and nationalism, you know, often has, you know, negative effects in it, isolates people, and often it ends up creating this identity that is in contrast to something else, that is more in what it's opposed to often than what it is for. So we have to create these tribes in a sense where we're connected to people with this deep kindred connection and sense of belonging, where it's not what we're against, it's what we're for, and this heartfelt connection. So that's what social ecology is about. It's about building that connection, that web of relationships that give us this deep sense of belonging, of connection, of aliveness, of social well-being. And this is so important for our long-term health. You know, if you're part of a community with a deep sense of belonging, you have really good relationships, you're gonna live potentially decades longer, and the quality of your life is gonna be amazing. And you know, a lot of people in this world today, they work so much, they have so much time poverty, they can't cultivate these relationships. And then when they're older, they don't have the social ecology to really feel good. And then they don't really live very long, or they don't feel good, because when you're older, that's when you most need this connection. So we need to focus more on building this. And I think as a society, slowing down and being more about community, more about people really sharing space with each other. Because, you know, money with time poverty, with a lack of social connection and belonging is, you know, something that can be very unfulfilling in a sense, like not giving what you really, really, really need. So that's really what social ecology is about. This relationship with this web of life all around you. Now, how do you build a better social ecology? So first off, getting really clear on what you're passionate about, what you want to develop mastery in, what purpose you want to serve in the world. And think of this question: what does the world need from me? What was I born to do? And then identify that, and then seek out other people that share those values, that mission, that vision of the future that you want to create. And then start collaborating with people. Start creating, you know, Facebook events where you can have potlucks and you can meet up together and share food together and talk together. Create a mastermind group where you meet every week and you share what you're doing and you support each other emotionally and you help each other, you know, thrive and give each other advice. So that's a few ways you can develop this social ecology. And I think the best way is to spend more time in nature and do it with different people. So do it with family, do it with friends, make a weekly forest ritual where you go hiking, where you learn about the environment together, get an app like iNaturalist, where you can start identifying, the different animals you're seeing and the plants and the trees, the mushrooms, okay? You can do that. And then also organize these events outside where you have, friends, family, people colleagues from work, bring one person that you've never met before. And then cross-pollinate all these relationships with people that are interested in being outside in the forest, interested in learning and adventure and ecology. And that can create this incredible sense of social ecology, of really having more people that you can really connect with and you can really be embodied with outside in the forest. So that's my thoughts on what social ecology is, why I think it's important, why it's been largely lost in the modern world. And really today we have to work really hard to make this happen, right? We have to really look at our priorities, our time, and not always prioritize more money, more work, and find ways, if we only have one day off a week, that we can use that day to really be out in nature for our mental and our physical well-being, getting exercise, but also doing it with people where we can develop this kindred, shared sense of spirit, of connection, right? Because spirit is really about the invisible connections all around us. So a spiritual ecology is about all these invisible threads that connect us to the world around us, to other people, to our environment, to this web of life. And the more we feel this deep sense of spirit, this connection that we intuit, that we feel in our body, the more we're gonna thrive. And the more, opportunity we'll have for learning and collaboration, for growing, because the best way to learn is with other people. So that's my thoughts on social ecology. If you have any thoughts of what you do to build a community around nature, around what you're passionate about, to build your social ecology, I'd love to hear them in the comments. Please hit me up in the comments and share what you do to build social ecology. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give me a subscribe, please. I'd love that, and a like as well. And again, I'm Kyle from Animist Ecology. I want to thank you for watching, and may the forest be with you.